Okay, class. So again, in class, we talked about product being the same as multiply, quotient division, sum addition, and difference subtraction. So when you see that they want you to find the product of two numbers, say -3 and -2, what they're actually asking is, can you please multiply -3 times -2? Negative times negative is positive, 3 times 2 is 6. So when they ask you to find the product of, say, 7 and 1.3, well, if you put it in a certain form, it's a little easier to work on. You put the number on top that has the most amount of numbers past the decimal, it's a little easier to work out. Now, in these two numbers, only one of them has a decimal, so we'll put that one on top, 1.3. Multiply it times 7. We'll start from the right and work our way to the left. 7 times 3, 21. Carry the 2. 7 times 1 is 7, plus 2 is 91. Then I look and see how many numbers are to the right or past my decimal. It's only one. So I start back here, go ahead and move that, and I get 9.1. So 9.1. Now, this might be something I'm sure you saw last year, maybe even the year before, but again, it might be rusty over the summer. We haven't really worked on it too much this year. We have in this unit, but before that, no. Now, 2.8 times 4. Again, I put the number with the most amount of decimals on top. This one has only one number with decimals. Put that on top, which is 2.8 times 4. 4 times 8, 32. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 3 is 112. One number behind the decimal, again, and it equals 11.2. So, again, if we forgot what to do with the decimal or where do we move it, there you go. That's how we get that problem done. Now, right here it says use the following problem to answer the following questions. Well, what it says is use this number plus a variable and solve. So we're going to replace x with whatever it equals for 10, 11, and 12. Now, number 10 is saying what's 8 plus 3. 11 is saying what's 8 minus 5. And finally 12 is asking what is 8 plus -4. Well, when I have two negative signs next to each other, it's a positive. So what happens if I have two positive signs next to each other? Positive. So what's 8 plus a -4? Well, let's start with number 10. 8 plus 3. 11. 8 minus 5. Easy. 3. Now right here, we can change this to show what's happening. I'm actually going to combine a positive 8 and a -4. Or 8 minus 4, which is 4. The confusing part might be where we have a variable that includes an extra sign or two, or it even looks like an expression. Now, we go to the next one. We have which of the following is not the same as -8 over 5. Now, we look at A, B, C, and D. When you have, say, -8 over 5, that means that one of the two, 8 or 5, is negative, but they're putting the sign up front, and that's okay. Now, 8 over -5. Well, what's positive 8 divided by -5? Well, it's still 8 over 5, because there's only one negative sign. Now, let's look at B. Let me make a little more room right here. B is saying, what if -8 was divided by 5? Well, again, there's only one negative sign, so -8 over 5. Now, C is saying, what about -1.6? Well, in order to complete this, what I need to do is take 8 and divide it by 5. Again, let's put it into form. 5 goes into 8 once. There's my 3, drop the 0. Now I'm going to jump over that decimal, and 5 goes into 3 6 times. So -1.6, yep, that also is. So which one is it? Well, let's look at D. That's a -8 over a -5. What's a negative over a negative? Well, when we divide a negative by a negative, it becomes positive, just like when we multiply a negative times a negative. So this is the same as 8 over 5. If we look, these two do not match. Okay, so for the last video, I'll go ahead and look probably at these last few problems just to make sure everybody remembers what we went over in class. And again, just study your notes, look at these videos, take more notes if possible, and tomorrow just have some more questions for me, okay?